I was on top. I was feeling good.
Careful, relax a little bit.
Gatorade signed me. You can't get really much better than that.
I have a Jack King. I told you, patience is a virtue, he sucks.
But then demons started creeping in and depression hit me. It came out of nowhere. I pride myself to keep moving forward in tough situations, but I couldn't stop it no matter what I tried to do. The more I pushed for it to go away, it came stronger and stronger until it beat me to my knees. The moment I try to get up, I'm getting beaten down again. It was so dark, it felt like I was in hell. You get over the pain, and before you know it, you're back in the pain. That's what it felt like. It was torture. And I said to myself, I don't want to box no more. I'm done. This is not even me. And I told my mom, I need help.
I'm so proud of my son for everything he's gone through and, overcome. Just amazing. It's an amazing journey.
In boxing, more than most sports, feelings can be mislabeled as weakness. Garcia knows better because he understands the power that can be called from facing and reconciling an unseen opponent. The camera catches Ryan Garcia in a different rhythm this time, and it's noticeable from the first frame. No rush, no extra chatter, just steady work and long looks of concentration as camp settles into a serious grind. The speed is still there, obviously, but now it's paired with patience. Ryan's focusing on positioning, on staying balanced after every punch, on not giving anything back for free. Here we go. Against Mario Barrios, that matters. Barrios is tall, durable, and comfortable when fights stretch into uncomfortable minutes. And Ryan knows this camp isn't about moments.
Oh, baby, drive, baby, good work. Woo. I'm 215 pounds, you pulling me like, all right.
Once he gets in that mode, it's over.
Look good.
I got numerous NFL guys, MLB guys, and he has a mindset far beyond all of them kids, which is crazy. Go! He's gonna be as fast as he can be, as strong as he can be. We're gonna get the knockout.
Go!
10 more. 10 more.
10 more.
Ready, go! There you go.
You're going on tired, 10 more. 10 more. Until I've done a million.
You messed with the wrong Instagram fighter.
And after I beat him, 10 more. That's my mentality right now.
It's about control. You see it in the sparring where he's stacking combinations instead of hunting one shot. Garcia started boxing early at age 7. He trained under his father, Henry, while the rest of the family. And in the drills where defense comes immediately after offense, not as an afterthought. There's a quiet edge to how he moves. Like someone who understands what's at stake and doesn't need to advertise it.
For us to train in. It was like a little barn. It was funny, I was always seen as somebody that was destined to make it. In my family, they just always felt like I was gonna have an impact on boxing. There's been times in my life that I've said to myself, you better push it. You better win. Like my mom and dad, they gave their whole salary to this one tournament. We drove all the way over there. It was cross country. And I said to myself, if I lose in this tournament and I gotta do this long ride back home, this is gonna be torture. So I swear on my life, nobody was beating me. And I actually fought a southpaw. Guess what I did to him? Punished him. And came back with the national title. So that was good.
This preparation feels deliberate, almost restrained. Like Ryan is trying to prove something to himself before proving anything to the world. It's less about flash and more about readiness. And that shift might be the most dangerous part of this version of him.
It's over now. It's over now. That energy! He's getting destroyed. He's getting destroyed. I don't care about the story no more. It's coming to an end. It's done. It's finished. Put in stake in it. Done. No more story. You had a good run, like I told him. It was a nice little cute story. It's over with now.
It's over.
I got a longer story. That's the difference. His chapter's done. He had a fun little one, a little cute one. He did good for his city. But it's over now.
While Ryan sharpens speed and control, Mario Barrios is preparing like a man who's already lived through the storm and knows exactly what it feels like. The work doesn't look flashy, but it's heavy. Long rounds, steady pressure, and a focus on fundamentals that don't fade when the fight gets uncomfortable.
Once you cut 5 to 10 pounds the last week of the fight, but during that week, you lose your strength. We ain't losing no strength. We doing this the right way. He's eating right. He has nutrition on point. We're doing the strength and conditioning on point. We're way ahead of schedule. We're ready to fight right now if we needed to, and we still got 3 weeks left. That's the crazy part. We're keeping it focused, we're keeping it strong, we're keeping it powerful, we're keeping it explosive. Man, we're just excited for this fight.
Barrios is drilling behind the jab, closing distance, patiently touching the body, then coming back upstairs. The kind of habits that don't trend online, but win late rounds. You can feel the experience in how he moves. Calm feet, composed eyes, no wasted motion. This camp feels built around durability and discipline. Knowing Ryan's speed can't be chased. It has to be managed.
Doing this, why didn't I stay in school? Days and workouts like that, they push you to a mental where you really have to question, like, why am I doing this? For me, I have a couple of reasons. For myself, I've been in boxing since I was 6. I have love for this game. Some fighters, Pacquiao for example, I think that's what it is. You just have love for the sport. You can't get enough of it. This shit sucks. Have a love-hate relationship with this guy. But everything just it comes together like a puzzle on fight night.
Even as the bigger fighter, Barrios remains acutely aware of his opponent's near-perfect knockout rate. Barrios isn't trying to outsparkle anyone. He's trying to stay present for every second and punish mistakes when they show up. The confidence comes off quiet but firm, like someone who trusts his preparation more than predictions. He's been in with elite names, felt real power,
When all is said and done, more is said than done, and today a hell of a lot is getting done. Let's get it.
Yep. Good work.
I say it often, but I have confidence in my preparation. I'm making sure I'm on top of everything.
And right when you think the focus is locked on Mario Barrios grinding quietly and doing everything by the book, Wade Plemons zooms out and asks the uncomfortable question everyone keeps dodging. Is Ryan Garcia actually respecting the danger in front of him? Or is he treating this like another content chapter instead of a title moment? That's what I like about Wade's angle here, because he isn't screaming hot takes. He's poking at patterns. He sees Ryan with the backpack, the double mics, the streaming, the theatrics, and he's basically saying, look, we've seen this movie twice already.
It's a neck exercise right here, so this is just, you gotta have a strong neck to take shots, and we've been putting more emphasis on that this camp than I think he's ever done his whole career, so. All right, let's get it. Shoulders back, good, great back, and good. This is a tough opponent, and he needs to take things to another level. Mario has to be in great shape, and he has to be able to move around the ring the whole fight, and use his advantages.
When Ryan is chaotic but sharp, like pre-Haney, he's lethal. When he's quiet but flat, like before Raleigh, he looks hesitant. So Wade isn't hating, he's diagnosing. And when he calls Barrios the most available champion, that's not disrespect, that's context. Availability doesn't mean vulnerability, it means opportunity. And those are the fights that ruin careers when you treat them casually. I also love how Wade leans into the Joe Goosen wrinkle, because that's where this stops being a straight punch speed debate and turns into a chess match with receipts.
But I don't like see the idea of like, oh, Joe's a traitor for training Mario Barrios after training Ryan Garcia. He's trying to make a living as well. He's got to continue training fighters. If someone like Barrios comes to him, I know every coach has a different rule about this, but if you don't have ties to the fighter that you used to have ties to, I don't see a problem with training another fighter, as long as you're doing it ethically and you're not like poaching and like getting insiders in camps and stuff like that. Joe got to make a living too.
When Wade Plemons jokes about Ryan needing manufactured motivation like a Jordan-era grudge, it sounds funny, but it's real. Some fighters need chaos to flip the switch. The scary part is Barrios doesn't. Mario Barrios is calm, experienced, and very comfortable letting the other guy burn energy. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia is the A-side walking into an A-side trap. 8-ounce gloves, ego sparks, press conference antics, all of it makes noise, but Wade keeps circling back to the...
When I first found out that Joe was gonna go ahead and train Mario Barrios, I was taken back. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking, well, what the heck's going on here? Why would a coach that trained my son all of a sudden turn around and train somebody else to go against my son? He's done this in the past, but I also remember that he told me specifically that when Ryan is 100%, no one can beat him. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Ryan is 100%.
And right after Wade Plemons finishes poking at the chaos around Ryan like a guy tapping glass to see what cracks first, the conversation quietly shifts gears when Mario Barrios and Joe Goosen sit down and sound like two people who already accepted the storm and built a roof before it arrived. What jumps out immediately is how Barrios talks about timing, not fear, not hype, just timing. Like, this fight landing now makes sense in the natural order of things. That's grown man energy when he says this matchup has more value right now than it would later. He's basically saying, catch him before the mythology hardens. And I love that awareness. And Joe isn't defensive at all. He's almost amused by the drama when
Barrios is a big dude compared. I think Barrios is probably bigger than Ryan. So massive, massive opportunity. No one obviously ever wants to lose a fight, but I feel like this is a can't lose for Ryan Garcia. You cannot lose this one.
I'm sorry, Mario. I forgot you. Oh, no. Here you go, Mario.
Right.
There you go. 8 ounce or 10 ounce. He picked 8. So we're not even going to give it to him. Actually, you know what? You already made your decision.
All right.
What is wrong with Ryan?
Barrios doesn't dismiss him, but he doesn't romanticize him either. He straight up says the Romero fight looked like a guy who mentally checked out when things went left. And that's not trash talk. That's scouting. And when he says the goal is to dominate round by round, mentally and physically, you hear a fighter who understands optics matter when you're the champion nobody fully believes in yet. Joe reinforces that perfectly by refusing to prepare for a broken version of Ryan, saying you have to assume you're getting the best Ryan possible or you're already behind. That's discipline. That's structure. No shortcuts. The Pacquiao reflections matter, too. Not as excuses, but as lessons about starting earlier, pressing sooner, not letting rhythm buy time. While Ryan's side is loud and combustible, this side feels like pressure building quietly in a sealed room. No panic.
You've had back-to-back draws. How important is it for you that you need to be decisive in each round, especially against a named guy like that, the popularity, if it does go the 12-round distance?
Oh yeah, no, it's very important. You know, I'm looking to have a very clear and a very dominant, win, whether it's by stoppage or whether it's by decision. And so I know, like, going into this fight, every round is going to be important. Pressing our game plan and pressing everything that we are working.
And right after Barrios and Goosen finish talking like engineers calmly tightening bolts before launch, the camera swings to Ryan Garcia and the energy flips completely. Not louder, just trickier. Because when Ryan leans into this whole illusion talk, I don't hear excuses. I hear intent. He's basically telling you, yeah, I'm training 3 times a day while you're watching an hour of streaming and thinking that's the story. That's a magician admitting the misdirection without giving away the trick. When he breaks down the routine, early gym, boxing work, conditioning stacked on conditioning, it lines up with what his body already shows. He's not guessing his way into this fight. And I love how he frames the streaming as promotion, not distraction. That's Ryan saying, I can walk and chew gum. And most fighters still trip over the laces. The confidence about being ahead of the curve feels familiar, too, because whether people like it or not, boxing always ends up copying whoever figures out attention first.
Reflect back on the Rolly fight. Yeah, can you derive certain things that he may or may not do well, or are there, faults that he has that you could pick out on that one. But, you know, then I got to assume he's cleaned that up for this fight. So I don't look back and count on him making the same mistakes he made in the last fight. I want to train Mario to face the best Ryan Garcia that he can possibly be.
It's something that, you know, I was trying to create an illusion, you know, of, you know, almost like you said, a magic trick. But in honesty, we're training really hard. We wake up, we hit the gym right away, 8:30. Then we can do boxing training, hours, running, boom. And then like I'll fit in whatever I can with streaming. The streaming takes an hour, hour and a half out of your day. You get content, you boom. It's all part of the show. It's all part of the promotion.
The moment with Mario Barrios at the face-off is classic Ryan. Half joke, half probe, testing reactions, seeing who flinches, even clowning the boots like he's checking for nerves under the laughs. But what really matters is when he talks about Joe Goosen being in the opposite corner and just shrugs it off with focus on me. That's growth. Old Ryan would have spiraled that into a saga. This Ryan sounds centered, almost boring in the best way. And when he says winning this means everything to him and his dad, you can feel that's not promo talk. That's legacy pressure talking quietly. Put it all together and this doesn't feel like chaos. It feels like controlled chaos. Barrios' side is building walls. Ryan's side is throwing mirrors everywhere. And the scary part, both approaches can work. The only question left is whose reality survives once the bell rings.
Focus on me. That's it. Focus on me, tightening up my skills, my craft, my game plan. Whatever they got, you know. It don't really matter. Once you're in there, you know, whoever comes sharper that day wins.
What would it mean to you and Danu, to your dad?
It'll mean everything, man. It's going to be a very emotional moment when it happens, and we are excited for this opportunity.
So, when you line it all up, this fight stops being about hype and starts being about identity. Ryan Garcia is moving like a guy trying to master himself before mastering the moment, juggling misdirection, discipline, and pressure without letting one swallow the other. Mario Barrios, on the other hand, is standing firm in who he already is, trusting rounds, habits, and experience to expose impatience when it shows up. One side is mirrors and timing. The other is structure and endurance. That's why this matchup feels so volatile, because neither approach is wrong, but only one survives 12 rounds when the noise dies and the fight starts asking real questions. This isn't just speed versus size or star power versus grit. It's control versus attrition, belief versus proof. So, now it's on you. Whose style breaks first when adjustments have to be made on the fly? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's really debate it. And yo, don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.